This is Daniela Camboni and you're watching Kitco News. Our countdown continues to the debt deadline, August 2nd. Here to talk about the impact it may have on the precious metal sector is Ned Schmidt. He's the editor of the Value View Gold Report. He's here with me today. Ned, I want to jump right into it. What do you think will be the impact? What should we be expecting for next week?
One of the things investors have to understand is how emotional this whole issue of the U.S. debt ceiling has become in the United States. I have a lot of gray hair from being old, and I have never seen since President Nixon in the 70s this kind of emotional fervor in the people of the United States. This thing is resonating throughout the country, and that is influencing investors. People are acting on pure emotions. The fact is that the U.S. is not going to default on its debt. That is simply a fact. But the emotions are so high that people are driving markets, particularly precious metals markets, in a way that cannot sustain itself next week. I mean, right now we have perhaps the biggest short position in the U.S. dollar that has ever existed, on the presumption, automatic assumption, that the dollar is going to crash August 3rd. That's not going to happen. And I think investors need to sit back and say, what is really going to happen? Am I making a decision based on emotions, or am I making a decision on fact? The facts are the U.S. dollar is not, the U.S. government is not going to default. So that means we have a giant short position, which translates into a giant long position in gold.
All right, Ned, so what are your counter arguments, though? Why do you think there could not be a default?
We can't. We simply can't. And every party knows that. In other words, everybody involved in the discussion knows we cannot default, because it would destroy our economic system.
So would a no default translate into status quo for gold and we won't really see prices changed?
One of the things you learn from living in Florida is you don't buy insurance when the hurricane has been announced. Gold is demonstrating the wisdom of owning gold. In other words, we've always known we should own gold, and yes, we should own it. But buying it at 1611 is attempting to buy hurricane insurance when the hurricane is on the TV. That's the wrong time to buy it. Then you go over and look at what's going on in silver. There is no connection between the value of silver and what happens to the U.S. budget deficit. That's a pure fantasy. Silver is, again, an outright sale. Investors should be selling silver, moving it into gold or rhodium, because right now the values are in rhodium primarily, then gold, and last of all, silver.
All right, Ned, fantastic. Thanks for being with me today, and thank you for watching. You can email me your comments and questions at newsfeedback@kitco.com.